Hello again, Army fans. Rich DeMarco here with your Army football report. This week, the Black Knights get set to take on San Diego State in the season opener. Coming up, you'll see highlights from Coach Ellerson's press conference previewing the game against the Aztecs, and then I'll catch up with Josh Jackson, a senior cornerback who gets set for his final season opener as a Black Knight.
We're excited to go. Been dreaming about this, working for this since January. Had a great preseason. We've still got a few bumps and bruises we're working through this week, but as I say, we are excited to get this show on the road and find out where we are. No, maybe our timeline a little bit is stretched on both ends, but that's you still got a plane ride. You get there, you wake up, you go play. But that won't impact the score. It's your General Dierno was with the team this week, and he pointed out that we never play at home. We never want to play at home, and the further away, the better. So we need to be able to handle this. We will. As I say, our guys are focused on other things, not the distance. Certainly, they were in a hard-fought football game this last week at the University of Washington. They had some bad things happen to them early and got into a whole fight, battled back. Didn't get talked out of believing they could win. Really impressive from that perspective. And they'll grow by leaps and bounds as a result. The nature of our offense and defense is such that it mitigates some of that. A year ago when we opened with them, they had played an option team at the end of the previous schedule. They'd opened with an option team, and then they played us. So they'd been practicing against the option for 8 months. At least in this contest, that's been a little bit. I'm sure they've devoted time to that because they have Air Force in their conference. They knew we were on the schedule. They spent some time on that in preseason, but you can't not be focused on that Washington game. So there's something in it for us maybe in that regard. There's something in it for them in the fact that they know more about themselves. They know where to invest the time and energy and effort in the practice preparation. Guys have been through that once because you never know. Just like I'm saying, I love what I see on the practice tape, but as we know, when you get into a game environment, interesting things can happen. We've been at this long enough. We've been in the saddle here for 3 years. We have enough guys who are recruited and have developed for this style of offense and defense. We have a schedule internally. We've figured out. We've cracked the code in terms of how to manage the West Point journey, the experience, in such a way as to keep ourselves healthy and fresh on Saturdays. We believe that. We believe that will all come to fruition on Saturdays. So in the course of this season, you're going to see a healthier, fresher team that will develop and take advantage and grow from week to week. And you're not going to have to read between the lines to know that we're working. You'll be able to look at the scoreboard more often than not and know it's working.
As the Army football team readies itself for its season opener coming up on Saturday on the road at San Diego State, Rich DeMarco joined by Army senior cornerback Josh Jackson. Josh, your senior year, opener coming up on Saturday. You're on the road. You have to be very, very excited about getting the season started.
Yes, I'm very much excited to get this started. I'm also kind of apprehensive, last college football season, so I just want to cherish every moment. I don't want to take anything for granted, and I'm really going to live by the motto, don't leave anything on the field.
Has there been a theme for this team the last month, preseason camp, heading into preparation for this opener?
The theme for this team is just to capitalize in the finish. That's probably the biggest thing is the finish. Last year, there's so many games where we had them, and even in the first half, we did very well, but we lost in the second half. We either had it throughout the whole game, and we lost in the fourth quarter. So there's a lot of games which we can have back, but instead of dwelling on the past, we want to look forward to the future and just know that we can play as good as we want to play. We can stay with these teams and even beat all the teams we face as long as we just finish. So I think the biggest thing is just to finish as a team, and we're going to do that this year.
Josh, tell me about San Diego State. This is a team very strong offensively, though they have a new quarterback, new starting running back than you saw last year when you faced the Aztecs. Tell me about them. What is going to be the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge is that, we have to respect them as a great team because they very much are. Even though they lost some big guys, the running back and the quarterback, they've gained some contenders. Like Bryce Butler from USC was a good friend of mine and wide receiver. So we just have to respect their fight because just as Coach Ellerson told us in our team meeting yesterday, their play is similar to ours. They got hit a couple times early in the game against Washington, but they kept fighting. So we have to respect them as opponents, knowing that they're going to come after us with all they have. We have to respect the quarterback. He's able to throw the ball, and he's a scrambler, so he's able to run as well. So as long as we just do our job, play our responsibilities, I think we'll be fine.
Well, Josh, thanks for a couple of minutes. Best of luck on the flight on Friday, heading out to San Diego to take on the Aztecs on Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
That's Army senior quarterback Josh Jackson joining us. Army football opening up at San Diego State on Saturday night. For Night Vision, I'm Rich DeMarco.